gentlemen,
boys and girls,
guests. It's a new intro this show. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest for the day. Assuming sijui jina yake, I think atajiintroduce and just briefly tell us who are you, unafanya nini, unafanya nini, are you wanted somewhere,
kama hizo basics, yani just basics. Normal stuff, yeah? Totally normal.
Feel free to get deep.
My name is Serro and I sing sometimes.
Nasikia kuna shida ku pronounce jina yako.
Put it categorically. Serro. Si Serro. Serro. Not Serro. Yeah, my name is Serro and I sing. I'm a singer, songwriter, artist, performer, recording artist, music teacher. You know, all the good stuff. Yeah. Basic stuff.
So definition of performance
is performing. You're on stage, you're performing. You just be present, show stage presence. It could be through dancing, it could be body movement, it could just be how you command the stage. It doesn't have to be kila mtu akwe Beyonce tuko hapo boom 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 kutof. Like si must.
Hata vocals kuimba bado ni perform.
But sasa ni venye unafanya kwa stage ukikotopa kwa microphone that makes you a performer. Like what sets you apart? That someone can say, hey, we're definitely performer.
Hi, so we just want to just a little bit about your music journey. So I was wondering, kumekuwa kwa platforms zingine tumekuwa tukiona, and maybe just utuambie how did you get there, and your feeling ilikuwaje, exposure, your feeling, your experience ilikuwaje. So number one, sijui ni East Africans Got Talent.
Basic stuff. You know, totally normal stuff, you know, just another day in the life. No, I didn't. Let me tell you, that gig was just the hand of God.
What was it, Kwanza? Is it in existence?
No, okay, so East Africa's Got Talent, it was I don't know if they're doing another season, but it was happening at the time, and they just so happened to need an artist to come perform for the semi-finals, and the one who was supposed to go cancelled, and then things just happened, they fell into place. Nika confirming at 5:30 p.m. you need to be in Karen by G6:37, and me, I'm still at church.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I had to get my stuff, go home, get my guitar, go to Karen. They live on the other side of the world. Yeah, but it was really, really lovely. The experience on stage was just
society ulikuwa kwa hiyo competition, watu wakaenda home ukabaki.
No.
What was the whole concept? Yani ilikuwa nini? Was it like
ni kama America's Got Talent, just now it's a competition show, different people with different talents, they come and compete. So towards the end, they usually have artists come perform for the show, like in the middle, because now there's the show and then there's the award after, like where people are sent home, who is moving on. So in between, they usually get artists. So the week before me had been Nandi. So now during the semi-finals, I came and I wasn't competing. I was competing. I was just an invited guest to go and perform during the in-between part of the show.
We are honored on your behalf.
Thanks.
Yeah, number 2, engage. Umekuwa engage mara ngapi kwanza?
Kai, I don't know. I can't count. So many times. I've been there so many times, and finally last year I got to speak, which was awesome. Because I've always gone as a musical guest. So when I was called, they're like, so we want you to speak. You mean?
Finally.
Stop it.
What took you so long?
Engage is awesome. Nasimanga Engage, I see simu za Engage. They call, they're like, hi Serro. Yes. I don't even know what you're asking.
But yes.
It's such a nice platform. It's such a nice experience. I like what they stand for, what they are for. And it's always a very fulfilling experience to be on an Engage stage. Because I like storytelling. I like the idea of sharing experiences to inspire people, inform people. So every time I do Engage, it's just, yes, love it. And I've done it so many times.
So kusing na kuongea zilikuwa feeling different kwako as a person. Did you have the content to put out when they told you,
to speak?
Sasa kuja, yeah.
Hey, me na story. It's like, what do you want? No, they give you a theme and then you figure out what to talk about in that theme.
Composition.
They think wanakaa wanaangalia nani anaweza kuwa poa kuongea about this topic. So yeah. No, mtu andiki yangu. Unajua, when you listen to Engage speakers, mtu anaweza fikiria mnaitangwa, mnapatiwa formula. Like, it's not all the time. They just prompt you. Because you know public speaking is also a skill and an art in itself. So they just...
It's not for everyone.
Well, you know.
You can't speak for them.
Yes, for me and my house. No, I don't know, but they're really good people, honestly. Like, I enjoy doing Engage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So umesema felt fulfilling sasa speaking as
no, both of them were nice. Like, again, even with the music, my goal is always to inspire and to tell a story. And you see, literally that's what Engage is about. Because ukisikia hata muziki yangu za watu zikichapa tu ma story, you know? So it's just like the perfect fit.
Mimi naona ulikill ile tiendero masimu.
Are you serious? Let me tell you something. I've never watched that video because I hated my vocal performance in that performance.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Tulikuwa tunaongea na wengi akasema ati it's the ones that you think that are your worst ndio watu wanapendanga for some reason.
I have never gone back to watch it because I remember hiyo siku nilitoka stage and I was just like, that was terrible. I hated it. I wish I could do it again.
Yeah. You killed it for your information, so
okay, maybe nenda nione tena.
Kuchungulia hata usione.
But that song is so nice.
Sometimes I was thinking about doing a counter
response.
Yeah.
Anmaranyatala saluniano.
What was saying on ice cream?
Ay, hiyo ni poa.
I looked for it for years before YouTube and stuff. I think it was just recently.
Yeah.
Original,
you know they redid it with Bruce Odhiambo, so the funk version is like now is available. Yeah.
Even the other one. Have you listened to the two and compared them?
Yeah, they're same but different. It's just the other one has like more groove because it's like a funk.
You know.
Yeah.
Changing times.
Yeah.
Haya. Nyama mama. You honest, you perform Chronics pia alikuwa mahali hapo hivyo. How was it like? Kwa wale amjui Chronics ni nani tutawasaidia?
Niseme ukweli ama niseme ukweli. Unajua saa zingine hizi vitu hujui kama useme ukweli ama useme ukweli.
The truth, you know.
Okay, so what happened is Chronics was around and me, I had been scheduled to perform at Nyama Mama for weeks.
Yeah.
It just happened that Chronics was around that week and he was coming to do something on that day.
In terms of performance?
No, he was around for a show, but now I think he was doing like a media tour and a few stops, meet and greet, Nini, and he was going to they organized for him to be at Nyama Mama on that day. So everyone was excited. Oh my God, you'll perform the same stage with Chronics. Oh yeah. And for me, I was just like, this is messing up my set.
Ridiculous.
Me, the whole time I was thinking I've rehearsed a certain way. And now this is just throwing me off. Like, it's nice, right? Like, it's nice. And I appreciate it. I'm like, oh, thank God he was there when I was performing. So more people got to see me. And that was really nice because the audience was a lot of people came because Chronics was there. But me, it just threw me off, to be honest. If I knew a week before, then tungejipanga. But sasa unaambiwa asubuhi. So Chronics will be there. So in between,
ili change kitu yote kwa ni mli have ku nini.
You have to now figure out because now your mama used to be you perform and then there's a break and then you perform. So Chronics performing in between your sets. Can you imagine? It's like Beyonce akuja perform as in get. It's like okay, so after Chronics akaenda kila mtu ataenda ama as in it just
I feel you.
It threw me off kind of, but also your mama performed several times. I guess they just liked me. They can confirm. Kefa, confirm me. Yeah.
That is done. So, like I asked, there has to be one song that is very iconic to you. Either you feel like you really could reveal to the outside world, or you are just going through an experience that transformed you into becoming a musician.
Yeah.
So, which would you say is that one song that either opened doors for you, or propelled you, pushed you to the next level of your career?
Kasioki wa Mitumba, which is so random. Like I still don't like. So that song, I recorded it in 2017.
Habari Kasioki wa Mitumba, mimi kwa maina nisiomboa. Nimekuwa nikikujeki kwa muda, ninafanya kazi pale kwa mama wa mboa. Ukweli nini menoki macho yako ya bulu. Me and you, we can stick like glue. We can elope, we can go to Kiambu. Please say yes, say you love me true. My dear Kasioki, come I tell you something about the way I feel I love you. My dear Kasioki, come I tell you something about the way I feel I love you. My Kasioki, come and love me. My Kasioki, I love you. My Kasioki, come and love me. My Kasioki, I love you.
Which I did not even expect. My brother is brother wangu ananiambianga, me I don't know why you are thinking in different. Baby Mboni Deadly. Because that song was recorded in 2017 and released in late 2019.
Maybe before the pandemic.
Hey, this pandemic. Hey, pandemonium. Tusianze hapo, mtu kanaanza kulia. Nataka kwanza kuona machozi. Yes. Yeah, that song really opened doors for me and God really showed up with that song.
Inspiration ilikuwa? We just
no, okay. So my producer and I were making songs inspired by Kenyan sounds from like random places. In the country, right? And we wanted to do a song inspired by the eastern side. And because I didn't know any folk song that I could sample, because a pop song from that community that's very famous and use it as like a basis for the song. So the only cow song I could think of was hey, so I was like, we're going to sample that. Towards the end of that song, it was like a sample melody. So what inspired that song entirely was the same year I was in 4th year in KU and I was in the school choir and we were doing music festival. And ile category zilizopendwa, we were doing this song called Kasioki something. I can't remember the song, but it had lyrics like Saimo Kasioki pitanzo mungo mugambika kaimai mama mi mwana katitu ya ye. No, it's like a benga cow song and it was arranged and we sang it and we won and I really liked that song. And that Kasioki name just kept popping into my head and I was like, let me write a stupid song. I was like, wait, a house help and I'm Msewa Mutumba mwenye anapitanga tu does it. And it just somehow
stuck.
I got that melody. Mandia Kasioki, come I tell you something about it. Like it just, I don't know. Zingine tu ni God, I guess.
Your creative process. So yeah, umesema you've had to perform in places simply na your song and imekufungulia pia nini zingine.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So inaanzaje, like you start by rehearsing with your guitar ama just the pure vocals?
The process is very different for every song. The songs where I'll get a melody and like I'm humming the melody and then I put lyrics to that melody. And there's times I'm playing my guitar and something comes to me. There's sometimes I just want to vent and I write, you know. There's times wimbo imekuja, kama I have a song called Rongai and I literally was just washing the dishes and I was like, I'm on my way to Rongai just to hear you tell a lie. And I was like, oh, watch a vyombo, record that. So the songs, the process is very different. Like there's no one song that comes easily. Others come faster than others. Others, you work hard for them. But yeah.
What would you say, unaweza sema opportunity gani
Inaku-embarrass.
Which doors do you feel that it's purely your talent that has opened them for you? Like kuna opportunities zimekam zenye unasema ni
mimi mtu mwenye naamini Mungu Yesu Kristo, nianze kutoot my own horn, niseme mimi kwa nguvu zangu zote
unasema mimi
nimejifungulia hizi.
Kama singekuwa mwimbichi mwimbaji sanga singekuwa
mimi ni Mungu. I believe that every opportunity has been God showing himself in every single door that he has opened. Siwezi sema mimi nimeimba sana sasa munifungulie ndio you baby I knock you answer. No, I think everything has just been God being God and you know placing me in the right place, making me interact with the right people, you know. Like zingine baka unaona tu ni Mungu amekushika mkono na anakuambia let's go. Kama Kasioki,
there are places that you get the same places you managed to get place moja you managed kuingia after the first try. Someone has maybe been trying 2 years na hadi leo hajawahi get.
Okay, kama East Africa's, I would say East Africa's Got Talent, which really I got like 1,000 subscribers in a day. My subscribers on YouTube shot from like 3K to 5K in a day because of East Africa's Got Talent. You know, the minute they uploaded that video like this, hey, numbers. Na hiyo nasemanga ni Mungu tu alikuwa amenishika mkono ananiambia kama nikuoneshe venye tutaonesha watu venye na exist, you know, like twende to show us mini God. He just really orchestrated that. There's a project I did with Lato Milk which was also just God showing himself, you know. So Mungu amenishikilia sana. Amenishikilia.
So let's talk about Kuwe.
My baby. Kuwe, hiyo uko tu sawa. Mseme tu Kuwe.
Kuwe.
Kuwe ama Kwe kama Kijaluo Kwe.
Kwanza
Kuwe.
Kwanza, does it mean what it means in Swahili ama it has a
derivative
meaning?
It means for you. Yeah, it's a Zulu word. Right. You think me I'm basic like that? Allah. No, it means for you.
So maybe just take us through the process from writing, planning and everything. Yani, how did you prepare your baby before releasing? Finally.
Hey, that baby. Hey.
Kwanza siku ngoma ngapi hapo?
12.
Umerushadia kina Kasioki na kina
Yes, it was. I decided to, because it was my first project. I was like, I think this is. I'll give people the stories I've been writing ever since I started. when I was still discovering who I am as a musician. Because if you listen to the album, you hear a little bit of everything. Kuna Kasioki, which is a banger song. Ukona Okelo, which is very Afro soul. Ukona Hey Baby, which is hey, umefanya research. Research. Hey Baby, which is a reggae song. So it was just me ideally being a musician who's starting out, just trying out and seeing what I like, what works, how do I write, what stories inspire me as a musician, and just packaging it all up and saying, guys, this is for you.
So there are songs that you were holding on to, unasema hizi zitakuwa tu kwa album ama ulikuwa usharelease na song?
Kuna zenye nilikuwa nime-release, but kuna zenye sikuwa nime-release. Kama my favorite song in that album, I have never released as a single. Yeah. And I love it so much. Nimepata sizi perform everywhere because it's a wedding song. It's called Ahiko.
Umejipodoa, umependeza, wajomba nao wazazi wako washapokea ile posa. Basi na wewe jitokeze, jioneshe kwa wenzako, na utembee pole pole, mwishowe atazoea. Twenda naye pole pole, mwishowe atazoea. Twenda naye pole pole, mwishowe atazoea. Anavocheza cheza, anavoringa ringa, anavojitembeza, kweli amependeza. Anavocheza cheza, anavoringa ringa, anavojishaua, mwishowe atazoea.
I love that song. So it was just me. Hapana, dreams zingine hawezi kwa COVID. By the time COVID was happening, I had already shot for the album. I had dreams, I had plans, and then COVID was like, you thought, oh, ulidania. It's actually not fun, it's very sad. Guy, ilikuwa tu like, unangazile memes za wase ati randomly tu natembea mtu anakuja kupiga bari. Like even the COVID ilidu mazee, just like
hiyo news ilikuhitaji kwanza, hebu tu.
Let me tell you, 2020 nilikuwa home.
Breaking news.
But no, you see,
Twitter.
You know, when it broke, I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
Unajua hiyo time kila mtu akasema in 2 weeks tutakuwa tumereform, like
kama oral polio.
It's like you don't know the impact until you start seeing the impact and you're like, what the beep is this? You know? Yeah. And then at the time, my like a week before that, my guitarist had died.
Unrelated, I'm a COVID.
Unrelated. He was sick for a very long time. So I was dealing with that. I'm like, what the hell? So let me tell you, that week he passed away. Must have been on a Tuesday, if I'm not wrong, or Monday. He passed away. So I'm like, do we still do the gig or not? I don't think I'm in the right headspace to.
Before time a lockdown.
Yeah, to do the gig, and we're like, okay, so what does this mean? And then that weekend, mnaambiwa actually hiyo gig imekansoliwa because kuna hiki kitu inaitwa corona. Hivyo tunasema wachenisi wana dedi. Wow, umeona hizo video wachenisi wana die. Wow, corona.
Noma.
And they say mnaambiwa, the first case of coronavirus has been reported. You're like, hiya, okay, what does that? So hakuna kuenda mahali, stay at home. Like, okay, I guess we're at home, sure. And you still don't know what that means, right? So tunaenda tukaomboleza my guitarist. No, it was a week. No, we had a week in between because the week that COVID was announced is the week they buried. So we couldn't even travel to go bury. And then that was in March. And then April 4th, my grandfather passed away. And I'm telling you, the gay tube. My grandfather passed away, and when we were going for the funeral, they announced cessation of movement. Hakuna kuingia Nairobi, hakuna kutoka Nairobi. Sisi tuko huko Ushago. My siblings have left their children here. They are toddlers. They're like,
what do you mean? So to do?
Allah.
So to do.
You know?
Yeah.
And then now you come back, you're mourning your guitarist, your friend, you're seeing your mother mourn her father, and it's just the weirdest thing. It was supposed to be Easter time, which is my favorite time.
Yeah.
I didn't have Easter now. And then now I had this album that I had plans for. It's like, so what does this mean now? Let me tell you, it was a very confusing season and it was very traumatic. Nilikuwa nasikiza mtu akisema a podcast and they were saying trauma doesn't have to be you witnessed someone dying or you were shot or you grew up in an abusive home. Trauma could just be anything that really impacts you and shakes you up. And so it was for sure a traumatic time for me because it's like, okay, so what does this mean? I can't teach because there's no school. I can't perform because there's no gigs. I can't go to the studio. Like, what the hell?
Sorry about that.
It just took away everything that I thought I was. Yeah. Thanks. So nipe mado basi.
You'll be fine.
Ndio wase. Ungeniambia tu juzi.
Nilikuwa nataka kusema kitu kama kuna sponsor.
Ungeniambia tu kuna dona tegea. Kuna check na ngoja nini machua.
So basically the album, how long did you compile it? Ulikuwa na already umeweka mahali unasema you guys you have no idea. The album, it was work in progress.
Let me tell you, I conceptualized the album in 2016 and at the time I wanted it to be an EP of nakwambia compiling Kenyan sounds. So that was the whole idea. And then I was like, wait, but I have other songs that are not like that and I still want them to be in this project. So my manager and I decided, let's just make it into an album. Like your debut album, it's all the music you're releasing in this, like as your first timer kind of. And so we recorded in 2017 and 2018. I think by 2019 March I had finished recording. So it was just the mixing, the mastering, artwork, nini, stuff like paying for it. Nini.
What's a recording process like for the non-artists out there? Involve nini?
It's again just like writing a song. It's very different, and it depends with what kind of producer you're working with. Kuna mwenye mtaenda muandike pamoja, so mnafika mnasema tunaandika wimbo. I tufanye chords. Nini alafu sema tunaandika aje? Juu ya nini, what are you saying? Sometimes unaweza wame producer, I have this idea, niko na melody. Oh Yesu ni Bwana, oh Yesu ni Bwana. Sawa, anakuwekea track. Yesu ni Bwana. Sometimes you know, but sometimes it's you write, ama sometimes akona track, so alikutumia track, ukafil track, ukaandika, ukaenda ukarecord on the track. Sometimes uliandika song, so unakaa unamchezea kama inakuanga na songs, na kama na guitar producer, hebu sikia hii song, namchezea kwa guitar na get feeling, na make track, tuna record. So zingine, but actually some songs for Kue, in the album, we recorded them acoustically. He said, let's record the vocal, because he's a brilliant musician, that guy, Mutoria. Brilliant musician. So he played the keys, just basic piano line. I sang all the vocals. Akaenda akanitumia kama ameweka track baadaye. Fire. I still remember the first time I heard Hey Baby, because Hey Baby I only left him with vocals. Neura Dukania, that's a I was like, oh yes. So the process is very different.
Hey Baby. Niligundua after nimeona Okelo nikasema hakuna video zingine. Nikaenda nikaona kwanza behind the scenes yako ya kuwe ile unaenda photoshoot. Nikasikia ngoma inacheza kwa background nikasema Allah. Wasanii pia wanatumia ngoma za wasanii wengine. Nikasema huyu sasa anaweza kuwa nani? Nikasema acha nisikize tu hizi vitu zote amepanga hapa. Kwanza vile inaanza tu. Nikacha tu kila kitu unafanya. Nikaeka hapo hivyo loop. So nilisikia hiyo ngoma kuanzia saa 1 hadi 2.
For real? Na ni refu. It's like 5 minutes. But it's like almost 5 minutes. You know that for an ordinary song, that's a very long song.
Hiyo ni ilikuwa tu jam. So maybe hapo tunajua tu hata unaongelea nini. Sasa kuna kitu tunaweza sema ulikuwa. Like unaweza sema tu pia inspiration behind the song. Yo, wimbo nilitumia track actually na Polycarp of Sauti Sol. Polycarp, he had a track that he had made for another artist, but I decided Itaki. Just something happened. So he was like, I would write for this track. That's how Hey Baby was born. But then now we redid it, the whole thing now from scratch. With Mutoria. He made like a completely new track. Yeah. Tulikubali, tumetii. Your soft live performance. Kwanza ndio uliita hivyo, mimi hata sijui nini. So intellectually inclined.
Iligonga venye ilifaa.
Yeah. That was in the plan, ama you had to improvise?
I had to improvise. I was supposed to do a very big concert. I had plans.
Tickets.
I had plans, but now we needed to scale it down, and then now, because you're not doing shows, the budget has to come back down. So we had to do like a toned down version of the album, and I like it. I think it was nice. Yeah. I still want to play that album live. But things happened. I also got people who wanted to pay me to make a show. And then last minute, form make a collapse. After to share rehearse, COVID. Ndakupa. Oh my God.
So I have like 4 of your songs. Nataka tu tupatie story behind.
Okay.
Number 1 ni Okelo.
Okelo in a story behind. Unfortunately, as unfortunate as that.
Just wrote.
Yeah. Sometimes I just have a concept of a storyline.
Alafu majina zinapopingia up to yani.
Let me tell you, hapana creativity saa zingine ni it is very practical, like unatafuta kitu specific. So hiyo nilijua ilianza na story, like I wanted to tell story ya mdem. Alikuwa nadhani anaenda kutafuta greener pastures, akaenda akarealize
ni kunoma.
Kume bird. So anataka kuandika letter barua akiambia be hey me na come cause I was. And when I started writing, kwanza niliandika wimbo nikasahau hiyo, na hiyo audio ikapotea, nikapoteza hiyo songbook, but I still liked the concept, so I decided to write a fresh song with now new lyrics but the same concept. So I wrote that first verse, Amosi Okelo. I wrote it, and when I got to the chorus, I had the melody, like
narudi tena agombi. Habari Okelo, kwa kweli mimi nimekumisi toka mwanzo, misinge lefti maisha hapa mjini shida, oh shida. Nataka rudi nyumbani ili niwe nawe mpenzi.
lazima ingekuwa 3 syllables. So I went go through majina za Kijaluo. I'm like, oh Molo, oh Tieno, oh like, but Okelo just sat right. Yeah, it just felt fit nicely. It rhymed with Abiro, and then ikaka like a few months. And I didn't finish it, and then simoja nikiwa studio ya Polycarp, I was recording for Jamboree Jam sessions. I wrote the second verse, and then he's the one who came up with your Mimi, not Mimi Narudi, Abiro, which is a sample of Irikwa Inena's song.
Yes, Adiambo.
Yes. Yes! It's a sample. So Polycarp was the one who was like, Abiro inaingia na hapo, so it just became part of the song. And akina Irikwa Inena also credited as the writers in that song because of that section.
Ndio umekuwa Jamboree Jam session. Mbona sikuona nini yako?
Kai, mimi kwanza I recorded it kitambo sana. I recorded mine in like 20. No, my videos were uploaded for season 2, but even before season 1 was aired, I had recorded mine kitambo. Hata nikisikizanga hiyo audio yangu ya, cause I did for a cover, I did Rafiki Pesa. Nilikuwa na rafiki yangu, Rafiki Pesa, tulipendana sana. Maisha hivyo ni poa. Maisha yetu yalikuwa mazuri, nitakacho alinipea. Majirani wanataka badana. Hiyo wimbo iko na chorus. There's a way of composing, and I learned in campus, it's called through composed. Hiyo ni kaende. Kaende, hakuna kurudi chorus. Wimbo kama African, you try to wimbo ya Sauti Sol na Burna Boy. You got it all going on your show. Hiyo wimbo ina chorus. Kaende, let's go. African style.
So hizi zingine I think tumeongelea hapo hivyo kuwe. It has to be special ndio ipatie jina album. So
the song.
Yeah.
The song was special, it's true. I wrote it in 2018 when I think I was just in a new season of my life. I'd met someone.
Oh, you guys.
A friend of mine who is a girl. Sorry.
Meeting is meeting. Oh,
I set up.
You guys.
Unajua nilikuwa set up before. Okay, but to be fair, I'd also met a boy. Oh. Unangeza videos zao na sasa unajua video. Unajua wasi. Anyway, I'd met 2 people around the same time. And ilifanya nika realize how I'm just afraid of letting people into my life. Like I like my thing, I like my bubble, I like these are my friends, we do this. So when you meet new friends or someone who is interested in knowing you and stuff, it's like, oh, nah, I'm good, thanks. But that song, it was just me realizing that this chick is actually cool, we can hang out, we can be friends, you know. And this guy, he's nice, you know, we could go to eat
food.
We can eat food
in
a restaurant without me feeling like, you know.
Yeah. So
this song was me just saying I'm okay to put myself out there like that.
Wanipigia namba sishiki, wanitumia ujumbe sijibu. Sijui ni kwa nini, I wish ningekuwa na majibu. I don't want to disappoint you, so I would rather avoid you. But believe me, I feel you. Na ni kweli ninajaribu, lakini moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, but I'm gonna try cool way, yeah, and give a chance cool way, utando lwa miluka way, cool way, yeah, kifuna uko pumelela cool way, yeah. Oh.
So, and it felt special because it spoke a lot, even to the music. Like, okay, it's okay, you guys can listen to the music, although I don't know if it's perfect, it's good enough, but and it just felt right. It carried the essence of the album, that song. A lot of people really love that song. And when my manager was just like, how about you call the album Kue? It just felt right for you, you know? Yeah. It felt right. Yeah, yes. I need to shoot a music video for that song.
Things can't be made up. Speaking of, which songs ndio ulisema hii lazima nitatoa video hata ichukue 10 years in your album?
Kue.
You just said that one, now another one.
Kue. Okay, Kue and Ahiko.
Yeah,
Ahiko, because it's a wedding song. No, I have ideas for Ahiko. Kue now I'll just need someone else to conceptualize something for me. I don't know what I want to present visually with that song yet. But Ahiko I know. So those two songs, I hope that one day I'll be able to shoot music videos for those two songs. Yeah.
When we get to that point, look no further, I am here. Victoria.
And shameless plug.
And then, Ahiko unaweza sema ulitoa nini kwa song gani? Hizo mataarabu na
inspiration.
Yeah.
So,
would you say you picked?
Hiyo wimbo ni folk songs. Actually, it's just a bunch of folk songs, and then the first part I wrote. So, acha nikwambie story hiyo song. So, when I was in high school, sinikwambia mimi nilikuwa mtu wa you know, my traditional things.
Oh,
my music fest no mimi.
Kulikuwa na folk song.
So, I usually really like folk songs, and I still really like folk songs. I think they have really beautiful melodies. So, we sang this song, Ahiko. Actually, it's remember, Ahiko. Like, we used to sing that song, and that melody stuck to me even after high school. So, when I started to record my music, I was like, I need to bring this melody into my music somehow. So my best friend, they happened to be from the coast, so she got her mom to give me the correct melody and lyrics. So I had these two folk songs, that Ahiko, 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 and that Manangala, Ngala, Theo, Manangala, Ngala. But I needed something to make the song mine. Yeah. So I just searched on YouTube, coast wedding, and I got this video of just a group of women going to get the bride, ama wanaingia kwa nyumba ya the wife, ama the bride, and they are singing, they're just playing bango music and trumpets and stuff, and they're just saying, so it's like the solo is the trumpet, and then they're just saying, Tenda nae pole pole, ujoea tazoea. Then the trumpet, and then Tenda nae pole, and I loved it. I was like, that's it. That's gonna be the basis. Yeah. So I wrote around it. Kweli leo ni siku yako, umejipodoa umependeza. And then inafika mahali basi na wewe jitokeze, jioneshe kwa wenzako, twenda naye pole pole. It brings now that melody that I saw on that video, and then I put the folk songs together. It made the song, and I think maybe it's special because the first song I recorded for the album. I just like the melody, but I really, really like that song. It was played at my brother's wedding. It was so special.
You performed live or in
no, you ilichezwa playback, but because I don't know the song.
Ukataka kuperform umetisha red card.
Hapana. Ni venye hiyo wimbo ikichezwa acoustically aina the homes.
Si instrumental inachezwa nyuma alafu unajama.
Mimi si playback artist. You better respect. Respect.
So, have you shared any awards so far? Gonna Grammy mahali utaki watu wajue usikurauke nini?
Amen. Jehovah. Jehovah Jireh, provider. Did you hear that? Anyway. I have actually have.
No need of being modest to come across.
Okay, si ati niko na mingi. Sasa unafanya watu wanafikiria niko na awards. No, okay. Last year, actually, it was a very nice pick-me-up because I was having a trashy year, and I got the Sondeka Award for like the outstanding artist of the year, which was really nice.
2020.
Imagine when everything was happening and I got it. That was really lovely.
Wow.
Yeah. Hizo awards zingine ni za kanisa, so sijui kama zina count. That's the certificate high school. Yeah. Kanisa yetu tuko mbele. We have a very proactive leader in our group, so she really goes out of her way to appreciate people. So when you shine in an area, like she does the most, like she'll get a certificate and like awards and stuff. No, like if you actually do something well in like a certain year, she'll really go out of her way to plan a thing and award you and appreciate you. She's really nice. Yeah.
So, has any of your songs been featured in a movie ama kitu kama hiyo yet?
I hope not, because I don't know, meaning they owe me money. No, but I've actually been getting some inquiries about people who want to use my music for their projects, about publishing and stuff like that. So soon, plus the music that I'm creating now, my movie ndo sasa nini? Umesema Grammy? Ndio hiyo sasa.
Yeah. How many musical instruments can you play comfortably?
Comfortably is the key word. I play guitar. Do I play it comfortably? I mean, yeah, I could do a gig by myself with a guitar.
Comfortably.
Okay, I play drums. I play drums. I love playing drums.
Ulianza na drums ama?
Mimi nilikuwa primary ndo nilikuwa nachapa madesk tu. You know? And then in high school ndo nilikuwa drama pale zile ma mimi ndo nikule mstay. Nimeenda South Africa to present paper on traditional drums. You better respect.
Ndio kama uko serious.
Niko serious. Actually, I'm serious actually. Yeah. When I was in KU, they selected me to go do a paper on like drums and stuff. Yeah.
Interest. Pandemic, reinvention and surviving. Kumekuwaje, unaweza sema kuna skill stand out during this time?
Kila siku ukiongelea hii pandemonium. Nasikia tu vibaya. No, I think reinvention was important for me and just redirecting my brain. There's a few years ago I saw a speech kind of by Unajua Priyanka Chopra. And she was giving this talk, and one thing that stood out for me is she said, allow your dreams to change. Because alikuwa anasema alikuwa na dream ya kuwa the biggest Bollywood actress ever. And when she got an opportunity to come here in LA, she also had another opportunity that was gonna be huge for her at home. And she was like, okay, I know I've had this dream for a while. and it's okay for me to allow that dream to change and chase this other opportunity. And I think that's the one thing that has been at the back of my mind throughout this whole thing. Like, I know you wanted to do this and to launch your album like this and to have a career like this, but it's okay to allow those dreams to change and to redirect just a little bit, you know, find grounding somewhere else, do other things. If it's going back to school, go back, and you know.
So do you have a band? Do my shout-outs.
My shout-outs to my band, the characters. They're the best musicians ever. Like, oh, my shout-outs.
Specifically for them.
Character number 1 ni mimi. My shout-outs. Shout-out number 2 goes to my MD, music director, band leader, Sam Kenya. My shout-outs. Shout-outs number 3 goes to my bass player, who was also like my best friend ever, Tunu. My shout-outs. Shout-out number 4 goes to my drama, Educare. My shout-outs. Shout-out number hiyo malituko to my second kiss guy, Mr. Maniceness, unaikanga Maniceness kwa mziki, Evan Swanda Kiss. My shout-outs. My shout-outs to you, Brandon, up in heaven. My shout-outs. You may go deep very fast. Now my manager, who's like the 8th character. My shout-outs.
Sasa, ushaikuwa na hiyo drive ya unataka kucheza huko nyuma na kama uwimbi kuna mtu mwingine anaweza imba basically.
Kwa bandi yangu.
Are you nurturing? Kuna msemo unaweza sema una
That was so aggressive.
Would you say there's someone that you're
mentoring?
Yeah.
Not directly, but you see, I teach voice. Like, I'm a voice coach. So I would say in that way, yes. And if anyone ever wants to come, like, watch a rehearsal, I allow them. If they want to come see how we build the music, build up a show, I actually allow them to come. But mostly I'd say my mentoring happens in a classroom setup when I'm teaching. I try to really be a mentor in that space and build my students up, lift them up, help them, encourage them to explore their potential and achieve the best of their potential. Yeah.
Speaking of teaching, kuna ile tough love alafu kuna sasa seeing the best out of people. Tunaweza tumia case in point for example kwa education system yetu sasa. Mwalimu atakwambia wewe you will never make it in life.
Mimi mwalimu wangu aliniambia nimekukas.
True story.
I'm not kidding. Like for
That's
real.
high school or primary?
High school, because alita an emergency lab lesson ya chemistry, and because I used to spend all my free time in the music room, I wasn't there when guys were being called. So she was very upset. How dare you choose music room over chemistry lab? Kaniambia mnikas, man. Every time I'm in the newspaper, I'm like, I hope ameona. I hope amenunua gazeti.
So nilikuwa nasema kutumia different approach in terms of delivery. The same way someone could tell you like you never make it in life, alafu kisha make it asema tough love. I knew you were going to do that. And then
Get out of here.
You aspect ya equation inaendelea, and there's actually people who cannot sing as well as others, but then they believe they want to do it. As a trainer, I'm a teacher.
Yes.
Ushaifika hiyo point ukaambia tu mtu wewe by the way, ulisema unaweza fanya IT?
Aki hapana. And we were in a group. So I was in a group in Rhapsody and we were good and we won a competition.
You should be then mafamu nini, mnaona vile watu ufanya huko boys to men wanarudi
Reunion.
mchape tuka project moja mseme
But
hata nyinyi mkiamua
watu
mtaki
fanya
kuimba
reunion
sasa.
kama walikuwa something solid that had fans and then
Remember the fun times.
ala
100% tutapata kuna kawa wawili ama mmoja
wa high school they'll be like
Kawa
oh
wawili.
my god you guys mlikuwa mnani bamba.
Haya, so what would you be doing if you are not doing music today?
I'll be a teacher.
Like B1 ama Serro?
Okay, sijui, maybe campus. Like I actually want to pursue that even as an adult. I wanna lecture and stuff like that.
Do you have a teacher in your household?
Nope.
So far?
Nope. And let me tell you, funny thing is, when I was in high school, my mom told me I'd be a teacher. When I was trying to apply for courses, and I was so confused because I didn't know if I said I want to do music, they'd say yes. And she was like, so you do teaching? I'm like, me, be a teacher. Because me, I'm thinking, mkiwa watoto mlikuwa mnachongoa maticha ni washamba, So me, I'm thinking, sasa mimi niende nikuwe huyo msee. I was like,
Kama yezi
and then fast forward now, I'm a teacher. Of course, okay, not in that way, but I'm still a teacher, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It gives me so much fulfillment. So I think, yeah. So does that answer the question? Because it's like, if you weren't doing this, what else would you do? But I'm also doing it now, so I'd just do it more.
Yeah. But you said something about nursing as well.
When I was a kid, and then I realized it has blood, and I was like, no thanks.
So watu wakiulizwa unataka kuwa nini, daktari, engineer, mhandisi?
I used to say nurse just for the sake, but deep down I was like, I can never be me.
What's the mantra that drives you in life?
It changes every season.
Unafeel nika sasa hivi mantra gani na kudrive?
Okay, Jana,
Yeah.
I saw something. Okay, didn't see it. I heard it. I was listening to a podcast, and Oprah said something that I was like, this should be now how I operate in life. Even today, when in the morning things were just not happening, I was like, Oprah said, accept every moment for what it is. So if things are not working out, stop fighting that it's not working out. Accept and keep it pushing. Kama uko kwa jam, accept this moment for what it is. Uko kwa jam, huwezi tu shuka ubebe gari kwa kichwa ukimbie. Accept for what it is. If you're in a happy season, accept it for what it is and live in that, and ndo ikusaidie kudeal with things. So it's like, okay, sina do, so to do, una get, ama na need kuenda mahali na sina gari, ama mtu alikuwa kuje kunibeba, ama mtu alikuwa nipe gig amebako, badala ya kushinda kukasika msio nipatia gig. Just accept that moment for what it is, and then figure out how to move forward. And I think that will be my mantra for the next couple of weeks or months.
Still on the same road for your depth.
Yeah.
What's the one thing in life you'd encourage everyone to emulate?
To emulate?
Kitu gani moja unaweza ambia kila mtu mzuri? Itasaidia sana, it's good for you.
Ni vitu kadhaa, lakini all of them point to the same thing. Healing. Anajua ni kitu deep sana, sikizi watu kwa kusema, therapy, healing, But legit, like, find ways to heal. Because kila mtu ako na traumas, hata kama ujui, kila mtu ako na tu vitu zenye zimewa impact, na maybe hata realize, but iko. So find ways to heal, and through your journey of healing, you will know, ama you will discover who you are without the pain and without the trauma. And that way you will unlock your best self. So I would say just figure out ways to heal. So lazima, okay, it's nice to go for therapy, but si kila mtu anaweza afford kwenda therapy. Na si kila mtu nasikianga tu open enough to go and talk to someone, but find stuff that make you feel whole. It could be in prayer, it could be in God, it could be in journaling, kuandika, it could be music, it could be your friend, but just find ways of starting the journey of healing so that you start living your best self. Wholesome life, exactly. And pursue wholeness in everything that you're doing, just by being true to who you are. Utajua wewe ni nani when you've started healing. Ndio unajua kumbe mimi sikuangi tu mtu wa hasira, ni kitu nanifanyanga niko nikasirika. Okay, kumbe tu mimi sikuangi ati people pleaser, ni juu ya hii na hii na hii na hii. Okay, and then now you start living your best self.
Bado tu
hapo tu. Hey.
Let's talk about. Uko sawa?
Niko sawa.
Are you sure?
Mimi nakuanga tu mfani. Akimi ujibamba. I make myself so happy.
Uko sawa.
Okay. Thanks man. Nashukuru.
Mirando mama ulikuwa umeplan unaenda kwa hizi specific.
Nikitaka kuwa comfortable, navanga tu hizi viatu.
Doll shoes.
Doll shoes are the most uncomfortable shoes ever. Fun fact, doll shoes are not comfortable at all. Okay, at least for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's talk about let's talk about matters love, life and identity. So perspective yako about hizi vitu tatu tu based on experience yako, maybe kwa identity unaweza tuambia about
tuanze tu about love. Tuanze itarudi hapo tu.
So love, life na identity.
Love, life, identity.
Just spread wisdom.
About love, life and identity.
Ni watu wana need ku.
Nilipata epiphany like maybe a year and a half ama 2 years ago. Unile Bible verse inasemanga love your neighbor as you love yourself. Tumeimba hiyo verse tangu tukue watoto, right? And unasianga tu love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love God with all your heart, mind, soul. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Unafikirianga tu love yourself is nikienda na jinulianga kaswiti ama tuchipo, right? But nikaa siku moja ile ni hit wait a minute, wall up. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. What does it mean to actually love yourself? For me, that means I take care of myself mentally, spiritually, physically, I honor myself. When something doesn't feel right, I try voice it. It's not easy all the time. Like it just means for me, it's ideally you're honoring who you know you are. Kama utaki chai. Umepewa chai, staki chai, sinipe. Lazimisha kukunywa chai na staki.
Thanks.
Nini kodi ni lazima? Okay, but hiyo ni like a light way, but hiyo kitu ni deep sana if you think about it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I've realized when I love myself, that means I take care of myself. I wash my face every morning and night. I exercise, I eat right, I read hata kama ni 3 pages ama 3 lines because I'm not an avid reader. But when I know I'm taking care of myself mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, I'm a better friend, I'm a better sister, I'm a better partner, I'm a better daughter. And it now made sense why Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So as long as you don't show yourself love in the small thing, yeah, you will not know how to love others. You'll think you know, nimekuletea chipo, sina kupenda sana, but you won't show people love like that. You know what I mean? Like genuine, whole love until you start to show yourself love. So that's my insight when it comes to love. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Nasi tu ya memory verse, like actually loving yourself. About life, it's happening, man. Evo too. Life is happening. Like I think every single day, every 2 days, I have a conversation with someone where I'm like, yo, life is happening. So ukishinda ukiwari about the past, the future, stuff is happening. You know, your nephew, your children, they're growing up. Life is happening. Unapitwa juu umeshinkana sana ukifikiria next year ndapata kazi lini. I mean, there are valid things to worry about. Kesho ndakula, of course lazima utafikiria kauna, you know, but there's stuff if you don't have control over, you'll get stuck worrying about those things, and it's happening. Utamka, it's 3 years later, you're like, crap. Nilifika 27 years old aje. Me, the last time I remember being in touch with myself, I was 25. So you now start have to figure out, okay, what happened in these 3 years? Who am I now? What changed? How is my mom now? How is my friend? Did they change within these 3 years? Because you are not living. But yeah, it's happening. Just live it because it's happening, and just be. Things will fall into place. Na hiyo ni truth yenye ni so hard, so hard kubelieve. Kwa sababu mimi niko hapa nasema, mtu anasema udema na ma wisdom ni wise, because I worry, but I have to constantly remind myself life is happening. Nikishinda nimejiuliza gai iko viditation nini nirudi kwa stage, ndashtukia it's 5 years and I don't know what I did because I was just waiting. Yeah, and life was happening, right? About identity, it goes back to huko mwanzo nilianzia mpenzi, man. Hapa ukijipenda, you know who you are, and other things don't matter to you. You're able to be true to who you are. Miss Vangi Hills.
Like kwa na imposter syndrome ateli.
Wewe. Kuna msanii hana imposter syndrome ever. But you see now, because I'm doing work on myself and I listen to podcasts, I try being the keyword.
Yes.
I listen to podcasts. I have people who build me up. I am slowly developing the tools that when the imposter syndrome is attacking, I know what to do, you know? Or how else can I put it? I'm developing the tools that will even allow me to anticipate it. Like I know, kuna pali nikiitwa niende, this is the perfect recipe for my imposter syndrome to attack. So before I go there, affirm, mi ni deadly, man. Kuna reason niko hapo kwa hiyo room, kuna reason wameniita. So by the time nifike, although imposter syndrome iko, I hype that kama ilikuwa ini mute 100%, iko maybe 40. You get? But again, it's just your kujijua, kuji-affirm, kujisukuma, so that you know your worth, you know who you are, unajua you have value that you bring to the table. Yeah.
So at a point that you need, you take more of people's opinion in doing whatever you do. Tunasema identity crisis.
No, okay, mimi si psychiatrist, but
yeah.
I think it's normal to care about what other people think. And my sister, who reads a lot, thank God, because she reads and then she just pours that wisdom to my life. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah. She was reading, I'm listening to this woman called Brené Brown, who's famous. She's like a famous author and speaker and stuff. And Brené said, it's normal to care about what people think, Like I wouldn't crucify someone if they care about what people think. The only difference is whose opinion are you caring about? Like I care about what my mom thinks with regards to my food, for example. But akikama niambie, let's say, for example, like she wouldn't understand, let's say, the technicalities of a singer. So nikimwambia mam sitaki maji baridi aniambie lazima ukunywe maji baridi, I wouldn't care for that opinion because I know I'm taking care of my voice by not drinking cold water. You get? So, but I still care deeply about her opinions with regards to my life and my choices and stuff like that. But if a stranger comes and tells me, hiyo illustration ya food ilikuwa tu mbaya. But you get the point. Like there's people whose opinions I shouldn't care about. Yeah, they don't matter. But if my sister comes and says, mazee hapo ulichoma, ama my brother, my parents, I'll actually listen and I'm like, okay, maybe nilichoma. Naona. But kuna mtu mwingine akikuja niambie, wewe hata, I'm like, unaongea kama nani? Who do you think you are? You think I care? You know? Yeah. I don't think it's like an identity crisis if someone cares about, but if you care about everyone, even strangers, then that's where the problem comes in. Yeah.
You guys.
Are we done?
That is Hulda, Serro, and the Ambo.
These.
For you. So socials, watu wanaweza kupata wapi? Google Map,
Google Maps, LinkedIn,
Twitter, akina SoundCloud, nini. Kazi yako inapatikana wapi?
So,
Kwanza album, kuna hard copy, kuna watu tunapenda nini?
Mazee hard copy niko na design, niko na kila. Imebaki tu kwenda kuambia printer, print.
Hizo vitu kuna watu wa preferring nini?
I know. It's cause kitu imefanyika delay sasa nenda kuuzia nani? You know, if you are doing gigs, then it's easier because you have a match table and stuff. But I already have like a proper design for the artwork, for the inlays and stuff. It's really, really, really gorgeous. I can't wait to finally just print it, mazee. Yeah.
Sawa. Ongea na mafans wako. Tell them something. This is your time.
This is my time.
How much they mean to you.
Allah. No, thank you guys for supporting me always, for holding me down, for streaming my music. Kama zingine mnanipeanga pressure. When is the next album? Hey, relax. Calm down. When it will come, it will come. But otherwise, thank you so much for streaming my music, for supporting me, for following me, for sharing. Thank you. God bless you. Like, honestly, legit. God bless you.
Your socials?
Serro. Serro. Ukitafuta Serro music, everywhere you'll get me.
So everywhere ni wapi?
Instagram, on Twitter, but I'm not very active on Twitter. Hey, so you take care of your peace and mind. Nasikianga huko tu ni mabombs. People just choose violence unprovoked. Hey.
Ukienda vibaya.
After sasa zingine you're just minding your business, ndio nakuja kwambia hata waona uko nani. Like mimi hata lazima kwani. Anyway, I'm on Twitter, but I'm not very active. But if you tweet me, I'll see it and I'll respond. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and you can stream my music on every streaming platform, everywhere, all over the world.
Every platform being SoundCloud.
The music is on SoundCloud. It's on Apple Music, it's on Deezer, it's on Spotify, it's on Tidal, all those streaming sites that people... No. My album, unfortunately, is not on mdundo.com because Mdundo really compresses the music. When you download it, it's really quality. But you can, if you want to buy it, actually, you can buy it on mook.com. It's 1,000 bob. You just buy it and then they'll send you a file with everything. Yep.
Thank you so much, Serro.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for letting us have you.
Yeah.
And looking forward to more engagements. Keep doing what you're doing. Unafanya kazi safi sana.
Thank you. That's very validating.
Yes.
Asante.
I have to be your fan ndio tuko hapa hivi, so I listen to your music a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rosie nilisikia nikafeel ni kama late.
Ayimbo ni poa.
Tunafaa kuwa tukilini. Anyway,
tuanzishe GoFundMe wanichangie pesa nishutie video real quick. Show you wimbo.
Itakaa mtu usiwende nisema hizi vitu hazitaki pressure.
Hazitaki pressure. Mungu akisema kuna mtu anaweza fanya ile kitu.
So that's it from us today. See you in the next one.
Peace.